I want to react to this video. I don't know what this is about, but the title of this intrigued me. The truth behind the sperm count crisis. Alternate reality. I don't know what this video is, but I gotta say
something ominous is happening to men in America.
Men's sperm counts are going to hit 0 by 2045.
Genitals, I don't care if they're black or white,
what?
are a third the size they were of a 1960s male.
What the hell are we gonna do without men?
Watch out, bros. According to some popular conspiracy theories, elite Illuminati feminists are trying to shrink your dick.
Little dicks, it's right here. And pretty soon, no dicks.
As the theory goes, they want to
Already dicks. Everyone is just chopping them off.
sterilize you and sap your precious vitality in a sinister plot to weaken America's alphas,
And if you want control, the first thing you have to do is get rid of men.
leaving no one macho enough to resist the impending New World Order.
They want to destroy testosterone. It's part of the neo-feminism, satanic epi-eugenics agenda.
But who exactly is this testicle-smashing cabal? And what do they want with our genitals? Men. Can't live with them, can't live without them. I mean, literally. Male reproductive health is pretty important to the survival of the human species.
Male sperm count has plummeted by 50% since the 1970s.
What?
Why?
There have been a flood of reports warning tumbling sperm counts are a legitimate cause for alarm.
Over the last basically 40 years, sperm count has dropped at a little bit faster than 1% per year. It
What?
went from 99 million sperm in a milliliter to 47. When you get
How the
below
fuck?
40 million per milliliter, then you start having trouble conceiving.
Some scientists believe hormone-altering chemicals could be causing a range of issues like lower testosterone and, in theory, even stunted penile growth. This type of pollution is hard to avoid. Chemicals like phthalates can be found in plastics and a wide range of everyday products.
Food is probably a major source of exposure. Phthalates are not chemically bound to plastic. They leave when they are warm, particularly.
That's why I stopped using the microwave shit. I don't know, it just isn't healthy, bro. You radiate your food, man. Whenever I need to warm some food up, I just throw it in the pan, pour some water, and warms up beautifully. I'm not using no microwave ever again.
Now, this is all still far from settled science. More recent studies have challenged some of the data that points to a looming spermageddon.
It is not well accepted in the scientific community that sperm counts are definitely declining. There's a lot of data to suggest that, but the quality of that data isn't rock solid. There are a variety of factors.
This dude looks like he has no sperm count in his balls.
Be impacting men's sperm counts over time. Having fat tissue or being overweight or obese converts a man's testosterone into estrogen, and that can have a negative impact on
What impact?
having factors that could be impacting men's sperm counts over time. Having fat tissue or being overweight or obese converts
Overweight and
a man's
obese.
testosterone into estrogen, and that can
Converts
have a negative
testosterone
impact
to
on
estrogen.
the whole reproductive hormonal axis.
But when seen through a conspiracy lens, stories about testosterone and sperm count decline become something else entirely. Proof of an intentional plot to destroy the strongest men ahead of some kind of takeover or invasion.
If you want to completely take over a planet, the first thing that you have to do is you have to take out the alpha males.
Trying to demasculate the young men in this country because they don't want people who
Yeah, the demasculation is like a problem because they're pushing this agenda of being like comfortable with sexuality, experimenting. Yeah, I guess you can do that, but men are being like judged for just being men and trying to do basic manly things that have been since the beginning of dawn, like working out, being promiscuous. Just a few examples that pop up in my head. Not being like experimental with their sexuality. That is just praised against.
stand up.
They have softened y'all up and weakened y'all.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Conservatives have long believed that masculinity has been under attack by the forces of modernity.
The rugged, strong, independent male role model is now this weak, effeminate subordinate.
And you see the girls wanna have their boyfriends to like paint their nails, have long hair. I used to kind of paint my nails, but I stopped doing that shit. And I had like long hair. I'm not saying like long hair is specifically like against on this agenda, but bro, yeah, this agenda is, you can clearly see it being pushed.
Who is the most marginalized group in America?
Straight white men, for sure.
To some right-wingers, feminism, LGBTQ rights, and challenging gender norms all threaten what they see as traditional roles for men in
LGBTQ, blah blah.
With women's rights and feminism,
And L-feminism.
But on the downside, we've been disempowering men.
So for some conspiracy-minded conservatives, it doesn't feel like a huge leap to believe environmental toxins were put there on purpose to emasculate them.
If your daddy's Johnson was a foot long, yours is 6 inches long. And if yours was 6 inches, your son will be 3 inches. And the one with it won't even have a penis.
Alex Jones might be the media figure most dedicated to spreading hysteria about men's health conspiracies. On his show, he claims endocrine-disrupting chemicals are tied to cultural wars around sexuality.
They said, we are going to try to get your children to not be heterosexual so they don't have children. We are targeting your children through toys and all the foods at the grocery store with all the stuff on it.
But for Jones and those who share his beliefs, the supposed end goal isn't just some liberal vision of a genderless future. It's a plot to shrink the human race by ending reproduction as we know it.
They don't want us to reproduce, and this is part of it. This has been methodically planned. They've played the long game in feminizing men and creating all these soy boys.
According to believers,
yeah, the soy
this
boys.
is also why we find soy in so many processed food products.
Yeah, and soy is really bad for you. Like, I think I read up on the study where basically they did a study where parents used to feed like basic dairy products and compared against the parents who fed their children soy-based products. And they concluded that the soy diet, which was fed to the children for their parents, as that they were significantly less stronger than the ones that had a like basic, not regular dairy product diet. And there's a lot of things that prove that soy is really bad. Like, I don't think, well, don't quote me on that, but I think it like lowers your, it lowers your testosterone levels. Yeah, so I'm not eating soy. I don't know who the fuck eats soy, bro. It tastes like shit. If I'll ever like try soy meat, man, that just tastes like fucking rubber. I don't understand who the fuck eats that shit, bro. And that shit is bad for you. People are not supposed to eat that shit. People are just supposed to eat meat, eat grains, like vegetables, milk, fish, fruits, not this fucking generated food, modified.
Talking about how soy became a weapon of mass destruction.
Soy contains phytoestrogens, which are similar to some human hormones, leading to the belief that eating it will lower testosterone levels and feminize men.
When it comes to men actually behaving and acting like men, soy is the silent killer.
Which is why in recent years, Soy Boy became such a popular put-down.
That's what I'm telling you, bro. I just told you.
He's a soy boy. They're trying to insult that person.
There were some studies in the late 90s and early 2000s that did cause some concern about a potential negative impact of soy food. However, multiple studies since that time frame have demonstrated no negative impact of soy food on the reproductive health.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for shit, bro.
Health of men or the hormonal health of men.
Maybe the plastics and soybeans weren't emasculating men fast enough because, according to conspiracy theorists, the dick-shrinking cabal deployed its most powerful weapon yet, COVID-19 vaccines. Theories about sperm...
I'm so fucking... I wish I hadn't gotten the COVID vaccine. I got the one shot, the Johnson one, and I regret it because I needed it just like to travel for school. And if I didn't get, I wouldn't travel. I thought like, okay, fuck it, I guess I get the one shot. But to this day, I kind of regret getting the vaccine because all that shit was just made up, and I don't really fucking know what was in the fucking shot. So, I mean, I'm alive, but I regret it. If I had the choice again to go back to the future, not to choose getting the shot, I would choose not to get the shot. I would.
And depopulation became part of the misinformation ecosystem around COVID-19. Claims that vaccines were being used to sterilize both men and women first spread online, but quickly led to people speaking out in their communities.
The deep state medical establishment wants all of us to be depopulated. I know you guys think that's a conspiracy theory, but it's not. It's a conspiracy fact.
There are multiple studies that demonstrate COVID vaccines do not have a negative impact on sperm count.
Bro, I just don't trust this fucking guy, bro. Look at him.
Fact.
There.
He's the definition of a soy boy, bro. He's like fucking slow as shit. I don't believe him for fucking.
COVID vaccines do not have a negative impact on sperm count or sperm movement or sperm health in general.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
Host Tucker Carlson offered his own version of the conspiracy on his nightly show, claiming vaccines were some sort of liberal deep state takeover plot.
The point of mandatory vaccination is to identify...
Yeah, they like just recently fired Tucker Carlson, right?
Your Christians in the rank, the free thinkers, the men with high testosterone levels, and anyone else who does not love Joe Biden, and make them leave immediately.
Carlson doesn't seem to share Alex Jones's belief in a depopulation agenda. But like Jones, he uses sleight of hand to distort real men's health issues. Like in this segment, where he portrays a masculinity crisis that includes both endocrine disrupting chemicals and feminism.
Men seem to be becoming less male fundamentally, measurably. Sperm counts, for example, across the West have plummeted.
Which he follows with...
Every college campus supports a women's studies department whose core goal is to attack male power.
These media personalities don't just stoke fear about an alleged conspiracy against men, they also profit from it. Carlson wants viewers for male panic programming like The End of Men, where he covers masculinity-boosting techniques like testicle tanning.
Yeah, but that's not what he's saying, bro. This fucking... Man, Vice is a fucking shitty. I have heard like bad things and I don't really trust this fucking brand.
While Alex Jones shills dude-oriented supplements on his program.
Super Male Vitality, formerly our bestseller, still is.
In fact, there's a whole cottage industry of products, programs, and retreats meant to help men regain their masculine mojo that are making the rounds online, like raw meat diets.
Look at the salad of cow feet that I have here.
This dude just straight up uses steroids.
Alpha male content offered by a wide range of influencers.
This is nothing wrong with that. You see how Vice is fucking going along with the agenda, bro.
Some of whom are ready to teach men new weird stuff to do with their dick and balls.
Okay, this is like probably over the top.
Who knows? Maybe some of the people who try some of this stuff do end up feeling more manly, but it won't do anything about the potential widespread risk of hormone-altering pollution, which gets at the ironic heart of men's health conspiracy culture. If you think the problem is a plot aided by soybeans, vaccines, and drag queens, there's no reason to put pressure on the companies that expose us to harmful chemicals unchecked.
They're put into products without safety testing, and then we see they cause harm. And it can take 10, 20, 30 years to demonstrate that harm, and all that time people are being exposed.
Even if there was a scientific consensus around the negative impact of endocrine disruptors, we would essentially be talking about an environmental issue, and only robust environmental protection laws and food safety regulations could fix it.
The regulations are not that much strong. What happens is they target one phthalate and then the industry switches to another phthalate. And then it looks like that we are,
These doctors just look like some fucking geeks.
No matter your gender, you would have every right to be outraged about living in a world where corporate actors are allowed to poison us first and ask questions later.
The things that we're exposed to, we didn't ask for. We are the guinea pigs in this huge experiment that we haven't asked for.
But as long as these kinds of problems are seen as culture war conspiracy fodder, corporate polluters will have us all by the balls.
It's not conspiracy, it's just like straight up facts, man. Man, I might just stop watching The Vice. I don't know why I even chose to watch this video, bro.